after stealing the 2017 World Series from the Dodgers and eventually...
To personally thank all of our fans, sponsors, and the community of Houston for their loyalty.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another reaction. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Houston Astros and their apology. As I'm recording this, it's February 14th, so happy Valentine's Day to you. But they apologized in a press conference yesterday, which was February 13th. So let me start off with Jim Crane. Jim Crane was the first person to speak at the press conference. He gave his apology. He said he apologized on the behalf of the Houston Astros, as everybody else did. And it kind of seemed shady to me, because as he was going on, he basically alluded to the statement of, you know, they're still the World Series champions and they still deserved it, regardless of the cheating. When asked if the cheating would have anyway impeded that outcome, you know, he basically was saying, yeah, no, I don't think it would have. Right after he said, yeah, I think it might. So I don't know. Jim Crane, you're a little bit out of whack on that one. I think you're a little bit nuts on that. And oh, I don't know if you can hear my dogs, but they're over there fighting because they're kind of passionate about it too. But Jim Crane, you're a little bit nuts with that one. I don't agree with you at all. I think you should be a lot more, you know, sincere in your apology if you're gonna fake it. But we all know they're faking it anyways. And then you have Alex Bregman. Now, I'm laughing a little bit because Alex Bregman must be the worst actor in Major League Baseball. I mean, he came out, he was very monotone, didn't seem sincere at all. And you know what, let me just show you the clip.
I'm really sorry about the choices that were made by my team, by the organization, and by me.
All around me are familiar faces.
And so that was it right there, man. Like, I don't know, I thought it was comical to hear him talk. Honestly, it did not seem sincere at all. You know, as remorseful as they keep saying they are, it just doesn't feel like it, man. Especially with Alex Bregman, you know, talking a big talk, you know, during the season, all the swag that he had, and all of a sudden he just looks like he's not even himself. Obviously he's not himself. He's obviously, you know, reading off the paper, because you saw how he dropped that paper and, you know, just didn't know what to say. So obviously he's faking it. I don't feel like he shows any remorse. And then there's Jose Altuve. Talk about a guy who went from being a straight hero to a straight zero, man. This guy was the face of the franchise. I even respected him as a player. I think I've even tweeted out that I respected him as a player even when we lost to the Astros in the 2017 World Series. I still held Altuve in high regard. But ever since all this came out, man, I just don't, I don't feel it from him. Just like Bregman, he seems a little bit more coached in his approach. But you know, I just don't know. Like, let's show you what he said.
The whole Astros organization and the team feels bad about what happened in 2017.
Now for that one, again, I just don't know. I don't know, man. Like, he just doesn't feel sincere. He's another guy who is trying to play the victim role with the Astros. You know, woe is us, we cheated, we got caught, but now we're just gonna try to prove everybody wrong, so you kind of should cheer for us. And I'm like, no. Why would I ever cheer for you guys? Like, kick rocks, homie. Like, bye. Now, there were other players that were interviewed outside of the press conference back in the locker room, because like I said, this was on February 13th. Pitchers and catchers had just reported the day before, and all these guys were doing, you know, their interviews then. So Carlos Correa, George Springer were among the few that were interviewed. And I kind of want to talk about Josh Reddick towards the end, but let's jump into what Carlos Correa had to say first.
We all had a say in everything that we were doing in there, and you know, whatever he said and whatever we were doing, we had the chance to stop it as a team. Everybody had the chance to say something, and we did it. So whoever the anonymous source is that's saying that we felt intimidated or we were too young to say something, that's just straight up bullshit.
So for Correa, I sincerely feel that he did have some remorse, man. The way he's speaking to his audience, you know, even though he's just talking to the interviewers right there, the reporters that were present. But for Correa, I feel like he actually felt bad, man. I mean, he's trying to defend Carlos Beltran a little bit, and in the clip he doesn't really mention it. But, you know, he just feels like he's actually sincere, and with the words that he was using, you know, just it makes sense. It makes sense that he feels down. But then there's also George Springer. He kind of also gave off the same feeling. So let's just hop into what he said.
I mean, I regret everything. And I regret that we were in this situation.
Now that's what I would rather have seen at the press conference instead of Alex Bregman and Jose Altuve, because these two guys, they made it seem legit. They made it seem like they were actually remorseful. Do I believe them? I think they do feel remorse to an extent. But I'm not gonna, just go ahead and jump on the bandwagon for those two guys right away, because again, they did partake. They could have done something about it. They didn't, and it's just a terrible situation altogether. So for them to feel remorse, I do believe the remorse, but at this point it's moot because they've already won the World Series, whether they cheated or not, or whatever they said. But that doesn't change the fact that they can take it all back. The remorse does not undo what has been done. They basically cheated. That's case in point. Now, aside from Jim Crane sounding a little bit kooky in the head when it came to him trying to say that the Astros definitely still deserve the World Series, you also have Josh Reddick talking, out of his behind a little bit when he was asked if he should, apologize to any of the players, it's mainly Dodger players, former friends of his. And I say former because I'm assuming, after all of this, you just don't have any friends anymore, man. Like this, you're gonna really work hard to rebuild those relationships. So let's jump into what he said.
Do you feel the need to reach out to friends or opponents that play for the Dodgers and the Yankees, teams that you guys beat en route to that championship?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Just don't feel like we should.
Honestly, if you ask me, Josh Reddick is a joke, man. He came over to the Dodgers in 2016. He didn't do anything for us, and then he goes to the Astros, and all of a sudden he's getting key hits, and his average goes up at home. I mean, he's a joke. He's a joke. He's one of those players where he's easy to dislike. Even though I don't wish anything bad for anybody ever, he's on the top of my list as far as players that I really dislike, because at this point, dude can just go kick rocks for real. Like take a hike, bro. Like I don't even like you. Get out of my face. Which leads up to Cody Bellinger doing an interview this morning. Now, I will say for what Cody said, I have mad respect for the kid. I like him because he's always, doing good and playing well. And of course, he was the 2019 National League MVP. Of course, I'm going to have high regard for him. But what he said, and I'm just going to play a clip right now, but what he said, just check it out real quick.
The apologies were whatever. I thought Jim Crane's was weak. I thought Manfred's punishment was weak, giving him immunity. People don't realize is Altuve stole an MVP from Judge in 17. Everyone knows they stole the ring from us. I know personally I lost respect for those guys. I would say everyone in the show, in the big leagues, lost respect for those guys.
So there you go. That's what he said. That was just a small clip of what he said, but to be honest, man, I agree with him 100%. At this point, there's no trusting these guys. There's no trusting the Houston Astros organization. Anybody can say anything they want and it would be moot because they've tarnished their reputation. And I feel bad for Dusty Baker, man. Dusty Baker is the biggest winner and loser in this whole situation because he basically got a managing job from this whole situation after not being in management for a couple of years, but he has to manage the Houston Astros and he has to deal with the pressure of reporters everywhere he goes and just fans everywhere he goes. So for Dusty Baker, man, I commend you. Good luck. But for the rest of the Houston Astros, I wish you nothing but no success. And that'll do it for my reaction, guys. I hope you like this video. It's only my second reaction video, so I'm really trying to get better at this as I go along. But, I want to hear your thoughts. So give me some feedback on this reaction, or let's start a conversation. What did you feel about the interview that they did with the Astros players, with Jim Crane, Alex Bregman, Jose Altuve, and everybody else that was involved? So let me know what you think down below. If you agree with me, great, leave me a thumbs up. If you don't agree with me, still hit that thumbs up regardless. But like I said, so that's gonna do it for me. So leave a comment, like, subscribe, share this video with your friends if you haven't already done so, and we'll see you in the next reaction. Deuces.